Welcome back again, folks. My name's Anthony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. Today I'm going to be showing you around this 2003 Compass Calypso. So this is basically, you know, my love for Autosleepers. I'm probably the most followed guy in the United Kingdom for Autosleepers from 1995 to 2005, which is, I would say, the swan song of Autosleeper build quality. They had a little rocky patch, then they come good again. But anyway, that's another story that I digress from. So Compass, this is Compass's version. So I'm going to be showing you around. This is special. I'm really happy to be putting my name to it. There's no problem with this whatsoever. I'm going to tell you why it's so special shortly. But incidentally, I've got a 2000, if you have to have an Autosleeper, I've got a 2004 Autosleeper due in. One owner from brand new. It's done 80,000 miles, but that's due in over the next couple of weeks. So feel free to contact me. You can view me stock and vehicles due in at campernerd.com or contact me best direct on WhatsApp 0798 526 1078. I have actually got quite a few more Autosleepers in. We've got a few on the production line round the back. We've got a few on the far wall there waiting. There's a couple due in. A couple have just arrived and there's a couple more that are sold. So we're quite busy in the middle of summer 2025, but I'll endeavour to do my best. So as I say, let's concentrate. 2003 VW T4 chassis, one of my favourites, 2.5 TDI engine, 5-cylinder turbo diesel. I drove this just over 200 miles back, like brand new. Steering wheel dead centre, not a vibration, wobble. The engine pulls like a train. These are really a good, desirable power plant. They're actually inserted, I think it was an Audi engine originally, but they're actually put in boats all the way around the country. They're that good. So it's got that, 41,000 miles. Now, it's got incredible MOT history, but, so if you want to search yourself online, Alpha Uniform 03 Lima November X-ray. And I say a but, the last owner, I haven't met the last owner, and I don't know completely the backstory. So I'm obviously well known in the industry, and some of the big players ring me up to underwrite and buy the part exchange Autosleepers and Roma homes. They're the two models that I'm well known about. So a big dealer down south rang me up about this. He said, this has just arrived. He said, I know you like your Autosleepers, but this is as good. So I jumped at the opportunity. So unfortunately, I don't know the backstory. 5 owners. The last owner has had it 6 years, and here's the but. There's about 5, 6, 7 years, no MOT. So you check it online. Obviously the mileage goes up thing. I'm 95% plus certain a previous owner has had it. Unfortunately, I reckon someone's passed away and it's been dry stored. The condition, unfortunately, I'm filming Saturday morning. I haven't got time to put it on a ramp. But if you're that particularly fussy, I know you VW people can be. I've got no problem. If you contact me during the auction or WhatsApp, I've got no problem putting it on a ramp and doing a little video of the undercarriage and the chassis. It's that nice. So it must have been dry stored. When we go inside, it is time warp condition, museum condition. It's that clean, spotless. It smells fresh. So this has obviously been in storage for whatever reason. It could have been someone didn't want to part with it in the family, someone's passed, and maybe probate has been arguing for a few years. I personally have just gone for a probate position. My wife inherited some house and some money 18 months ago. It was the world's easiest thing, and probate fought us hammer and tongue for 18 months. So that might have happened here. But I've just took it for MOT. I checked it before. I didn't want it to fail on something silly. We found a couple of the wiper blades were just a little bit torn, so I've put your new wiper blades on. There was 2 bulbs, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it was a side light bulb and a stop light bulb, so we put them on, presented it for MOT yesterday. Hey presto, no surprise, straight through without a single advisory. Okay, so we'll start with the bodywork. I would say it's a good 9.5 out of 10. I'd say 10 out of 10 for a 22-year-old vehicle. I'm going to drop it half a point and I'll show you on a little crack and a little mark on the back. We've got a Pile of paperwork. Service history. Can I technically say full service history stamped up in the book? No, I cannot. There is no service book. But we've got the next best thing. I'm saying we've got no service book. Oh no, that's the handbook for the compass part. There might be some stamps in there. But there's a pile. Oh, is there? No, I was getting excited there. There's another compass handbook. There's a pile of paperwork. As I say, 5 keepers on the logbooks, just past its MOT, that's showing there. There's an invoice there for oil and a filter last year. So I've just had a full service carried out before the MOT. I said to the garage while it was on the ramp, giving it a once over, change the oil and filter. So you've had a full service. There's an invoice there, 2024, last year, for a full timing belt, water pump kit, antifreeze. And what's that? A CH fill for £20. I don't know what one of those is. But anyway. So yeah, the timing belt was done last year. We've got bills and bills of service history and timing belt. We're probably, if I get a bit of time and to investigate, I can probably match up the names to find out why it hadn't been MOT'd for a while, if it was the same name on the logbook. Unfortunately, it's one of the new style logbooks. And DVLA's new data protection, they don't show the name and address of the previous owner. Oh, it's a warm day today, folks. Yeah, so on the driver's side again, no damage, all nice. It's got 2 butane bottles, 2 6-kilogram butane bottles. We'll change the gas hose and regulator, and you decide, you let me know when you win, if you want to stick with the 2 butane bottles or you want me to change you for the propane bottles. There is a national shortage of 6-kilogram propane bottles, but I actually know where they grow. I'm probably to blame because I've been hoarding them, so I've got an abundance of 6-kilogram propane bottles if you want to go down the propane route. We've got a light there, Fiorma F10 titanium. Doesn't that sound exciting? That's the awning. Normally we get F45s. Instantly, a top tip for you on the F45. I don't think that's the case. No, it doesn't seem to be the case on this one. On the Fiorma F45s, it likes a little bit of downward pressure. Famously, I sold a camper to a guy about 18 months ago. He went to a campsite. He couldn't get hold of me. He said this was stuck out. And what he wasn't doing was just pulling a little bit of downward pressure, so it has a gearbox system in there. So all he was doing was spinning it, and he panicked. We removed the whole awning, hand wound it in and brought it to me thinking there was a fault. I said, you did do the downward pressure? And he said, I didn't realise that. So that's just a note on the Fiorma F45. It would appear this is the later model and that doesn't need the downward pressure. So yeah, you've got the awning there, all the legs. It's got even a little clip here to show him. Oh, while we're here, if the cameraman can come in, if you can just look at the bed. And this bed is set up now. So width-wise, it's 6'5". Length-wise, it's 6 foot. But with the extra little filling cushions at the front, just behind the driver and passenger seat, then that's creating, I would say, 6 foot. No, 5 foot. So 6 foot. Losing my words here. 6'5". Get my tongue around that, 6'5" wide from the width of the camper van. You've got 5 foot of the bed there width if you're sleeping lengthwise or widthwise. And then you've got an extra bit which is approaching nearly 6 foot. So you've got nearly 6 foot by 6'5" with those extra little bit of infills behind the 2 seats. Okay, so on the rear, we've got a Fiorma. Now, it didn't come with one, but you've got the fittings. So someone at some stage, I would suggest, has fitted a Fiorma bike rack. Now, if the camera can come in, we've just got a couple of little hairline cracks. I've checked it inside. There's no water ingress, so there's no problem there. I'm going to have those made better. I'll take it into the body shop and we'll do what we can, but that's where we're dropping at half a point, folks. Underneath here, the same key does everything. The original VW key does the doors and the locks, and the same leisure key does all the gas cupboard, the spare wheel cupboard, the toilet cupboard. And in there you've got a spare wheel and, well, the tread there looks like the spare's not being used. ladders to go up the top. Underneath here, oh, on that side you've got the tap for the freshwater tank, which is just lurking here. And on this side you've got the tap for the grey water. And someone, a previous owner's lovely little bracket there, and that's an outside TV socket. So if you've got a table outside and you want to watch telly, you've got a socket there to attach to the TV aerial. Has it actually got a TV aerial on? Yes, I can see one. That's the later round one that picks up your digital signal. In here you've got your Thetford cassette toilet, absolutely spotless. Blue for the loo, pink for the stink. There's your inlet for your flush water cassette. Last owner's left in that. Yeah, it's a very nice vehicle, this. Mains hook up. Winter cover for the Troom event. That's to heat the hot water, so the hot water will heat on hot or gas. You've even got an outlet there, so you can get an adapter there, and that'll give you a 12-volt supply for outside if you've got any accessories or you want to run a wire to a TV outside. Fresh water. We'll have a quick look under the bonnet. Oh, the bonnet catch is on the other side, but you can see there the driver's seat, the dashboard. Lovely, spotless. And they've got some VW overmats over the original Compass carpets, and they're beige and they're lovely and clean. So there you go, VW, the one to have, the TDI turbo diesel. So we'll get Dennis the drone up now, we'll have a quick flyover and then we'll go for a drive. Okay then, let's start her up. Ignition on, little preheat of the diesel. Seat belts on. Armrest, 2 armrests, let's get comfortable on this warm day. We've got air conditioning, old fashioned style, look at this. Imagine the kids, what's that, Grandad? A wind down window. So we're here pulling out, lovely pub, Heatonsbridge pub next door to Camper Nerd HQ. Wet pub, so only drinks I'm afraid, but it's a lovely old-fashioned pub. There's Steve, the landlord now. Wave, Steve!
Oi, oi.
Keep going! Doing a good job. Okay. Into second gear. Oh, yes, bit of acceleration there. Wind up the window. What have we got on this? We've got wind up windows, we've got power steering, we've got no sat nav, we've got no electronics, no DPF that some of the later D5s suffered from. This is the swan song of the VW T4, one of the latest T4s that they did. They actually technically finished the T4s in a 52 plate, so you can get a 52 or an 03 T5. But a lot of the motorhome converters were struggling to get the large motorhomes onto the T5, so they stockpiled. I famously, about 18 months ago, supplied a 2006 registered T4, which was the last VW T4 to come off the production line. But anyway, whoa. We'll take it up to national speed limit when we go past the chicane. 41,000, I got it just shy of 41 because I've just done over 200 miles in it, but it's 41,021 miles it's reading at the moment. just getting to the countryside. And there's another thing our teenager or our millennials won't understand what it is. What's that square hole, Grandad? It's a cassette player, a Kenwood cassette player. That was cutting edge for me as a teenage boy, a Kenwood. Cigarette lighter, not being used of course. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I do like putting my name to a nice camper van. Yeah, I'm stuck here in I've been offered I can expand my business. The problem is I cherry pick and personally pick all my vehicles, and 9 out of 10 times I deliver the vehicles. People like to meet me and I can do the handover. So the reason I can't expand and take on more staff and more vehicles is trying to find these nice little gems, but we found one today for you. Okay, we'll drop it down into third. We're at 30, 40, 45 in third. Fourth gear, it's just about to start raining. Fourth gear, we're 55 mile an hour, folks. Wow. Fifth gear, I'm 60 mile an hour. And you can see the steering wheel dead centre. Yes, again, as always, I'll be happy to put my name on this, deliver it anywhere in the United Kingdom. You can pay a deposit to secure it or come and view it at campernerd.co and collect it from there if you're the winning bidder. I will never end an auction early. I think you've got that instructions by my previous eBay listings and my previous videos. But if you want to take the delivery, I ask for a £500 deposit. On the strength of that, we'll have to slow right down now. Clippity clop, horsey Bobsy's going to on the far side. We'll concentrate. And on the strength of that deposit, I'll deliver it anywhere in the United Kingdom, demonstrate it, and that's really when it's the only time you're actually buying it. You're not buying it online, folks, because your hard-earned money is safely in your bank. And then if you're happy, which I'm sure you will, it's never gone wrong yet, all I ask is a lift to the nearest train station and a £100 voluntary delivery fee to cover my fuel and train ticket back. Okay, we'll finish off there and I'll take over the camera and show you inside. Nice little drive there, so I'll take you inside and show you how nice it also is. I'll just put the lights on. Yeah, this is super special. It is spotless. It smells like new. It even has that new smell. New smell. All the paperwork there on the passenger seat. Cab area. I'll just slowly span through. Now I've just found this. There's no way that is an original Compass part, but it's been lovely made, even some edging on it. So whether, I can't decide whether they've just made an extra bit of shelf there, or you know what it might be, folks? I reckon it's for there, to go behind those cushions to have the infill. It will be to extend the bed, that's what it's for. There's not a mark on it anywhere. Control panel there. And it's got some accessories here. I would say that those, well, they are definitely for the TV. There's a TV inlet and outlet and some power leads. There's probably a bracket there, but the future owner could possibly fit a new TV bracket. There's no TV with it, but at least you've got the facilities there for it. I'm not sure what that wire is for, but there you go. And I'd say someone's put another mini shelf up there for something. What else? So everything's original apart from those few things. And I found this. So I was looking here the other day just above the fridge. And they've gone to the trouble. How good is that? They've even had a joiner make that, and it's an extra thick wooden top. And underneath it's protecting that above the cooker. I would probably suggest if they were cooking or the original owners and didn't want to damage anything, they've put you an extra worktop on there. All the cupboards are clean, no surprise, spotless. Again, very clean. I think you've got the idea now. Cooker, again, storage area underneath the cooker, three-way fridge. It's even got a fly net that will come across if you've got the door open and you want to avoid the midges, and that will lock into place like that. More cupboard. Last owners left you spare fuses and bulbs. If I'm not very much mistaken, this is the all-important cupboard. Look at that, how pretty is that? So there's your wine bottles left and right. Places for your wine glasses and flutes. And there's the original TV setup aerial socket. So I don't know whether they're extra TV receivers. There's certainly a supply there for a 12 volt. That's just a shadow, by the way. There's no marks on the interior of this. And a mains when you're plugged in on mains hookup. Oh, what's this? Now, that looks like solar panels. And that looks like a seatbelt adjuster or an extension. Perhaps a larger person has been using it and you've got a seatbelt extender there. But that to me is solar. So I'll just have a quick look on the roof. Brucey bonus if it has. Yeah, all the carpets are lovely. I've had to put some overmats on to save, but the beige carpets that are fitted over the original lining is all nice. Truma heater there. That'll work on gas if you're wild camping, and also mains on the 500 kilowatt, 1 kilowatt or 2 kilowatt. You've got the Truma there to operate the hot water on the gas, and you've got a switch in here to operate it on the mains. You've got a mains fuse box. There's the flue for the heater, wardrobe spotless. Turnbuckle catch for the freestanding table, which is nice, so obviously you can use it inside or take it outside. That'll be a hatch just for an engineer to access underneath, but no one should be needing that for a while after it's having its habitation service. No surprise. Toilet and wet room completely spotless. If I remember, the only thing I'd say negative about the interior is there was a little mark, not on the shower, that's all lovely. I can just angle the camera down. I'm fighting the camera here on the gimbal for some reason, that's all nice. So is the toilet. Drop down sink. Yeah, there it is. So it's got some colour, what would we say? It's just degraded over the years, and just an off colour match there behind the shower. Up behind the hot and cold taps, which all obviously doubles up as the shower unit. So what I'll try and do, no promises, if you want to contact me later via WhatsApp and I can send you a picture, I'm going to try and get that plastic coated. It just seems a shame. That would annoy me with my OCD, with it being so nice inside. Vanity mirror, lights, shower curtain. Yeah, this is really nice. Another main socket. So we'll just turn the electric off now. We'll do a recap. So it's a 2003, I said Autosleeper. I'm so obsessed with my Autosleepers. This is a compass version of an Autosleeper. And it's even got a handle there. So we pull that down. So that'll act as a handle going in. There'll be a key on the key ring. You can actually use that as an extra double lock on the leisure door if so wished. So we'll start again. It's a 2003 Compass Calypso. It's only done 41,000 miles. We've just had a new MOT and a service. During the auction, I'm going to be having a full habitation service by Steve at ST Motor Caravan Services. And he'll go through it with a fine tooth comb. And of course, if he finds anything, he'll replace or fix, but standard we'll change the gas hose and regulator, and then it can be issued with a new habitation certificate for the new owner. So good luck with your bidding, folks. My name's Anthony Valentine, the Camper Nerd. You can contact me direct on 0798 526 1078, and I'll catch you on that next video, probably another week off the next video. I'm just so busy delivering the sold ones already.